Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 3, and this is Section 2 of the Sneafull Mountains. Of course, this is the build-up in the Super Sport category. We're going to be doing every single section, bit by bit, until we're ready to tackle the full track. Now, before you ask, this is a stock bike with stock settings, with stock setup. Nothing has been changed. Everything will be at its default preset. So with John McGuinness, we're going to see how well we can do here against the 100% difficulty here in TT3, here in Section 2 of the Mountains. Now, balancing between all the games is getting quite difficult because I've decided to chuck in Superbike 22, so I don't feel particularly confident here around this part, but I absolutely love this middle bit. I think it's one of the most entertaining and exciting parts of TT3 as we get extremely close to the curb there. We were so close, the subscribe button flew up onto the screen in fear of a potential crash, but thankfully we didn't crash. We stayed on board the bike and we're still looking quite promising going into the middle part of the circuit here. So approaching what already a quarter of this distance has passed for Section 2. It's not a very long section, this one, and to be honest with you, the rest of the sections aren't very long anyway. It's all going to be lots of straights and some difficult parts as well, but they're not going to be as long as the first section, as we got extremely close to the shrubbery on the left-hand side of the screen, as we now break in to the right-hand side. A little bit early upon the power there. You've seen the rear tyre just slip out ever so slightly, but I will say it's always a pleasure to jump back on TT Isle of Man 3. I do really enjoy this game. I think it's fantastic, and it's so good to be back on it. And as I say, I'm trying to balance the content between all of them right now, so unfortunately TT is not getting much love, but for those who enjoy this series and those who enjoy the content, this is for you. But into now one of my most favourite parts. To the right hand side here, you can carry a lot of speed here, and in fact, if you watch a recent short of mine, a couple of days ago I think it was, I overtook one of the riders here going into the right hand side. I do believe it was the overtake on Hutchinson, as we got that change of direction. It was a very cheeky overtake, as I dubbed it and titled that particular short. Now into a small straight here, we're going to have to focus and start to braking down and just gradually turn the 600 in. As we get into the power of the Honda, we can get out those corners quickly, but getting into them, we have to be rather careful. And there is a couple of parts in this track where there's some very strange moments where the bike just wants to collapse. And we will find that moment, and you'll tell when it arises, because A, it's very close, and B, you'll see how my control of the bike tends to go a little bit more bit nervous and apprehensive. So here it is, coming into the left-hand side, nice and calm. Oh, I don't like that bit. It's so dodgy. There's so many times you can just jump into that and just crash, which feels like no reason, but of course, you're probably going too fast if you are crashing. But into the right-hand side, we're going a little bit deep here. Whoa! Oh my goodness, I thought that was all going to come to its conclusion. We were very close to ruining that one, but thankfully we are going to cross the line, and that is a top spot position for us. So let's end the session. If I stop fidgeting around and press the right buttons, we have ended the session 3.5 seconds quicker than currently Lee Johnston in second place on board the R6. That's a pretty damn good start, if I do say so. Maximum speed is down to the R6, so we're going to have to look into that, but the average was much better, so let's see what we can do in the race situation. So we will be going first because, as you've seen on the previous screen, we did take top honours, so we'll wait for the shoulder tap and we'll prepare ourselves for a good launch. So counting down from the red to the green, and here we go. That's not good. Whoa! Not often you get a wheelie in the 600 class here in TT3, but there you go, right on screen, and right on screen as well, the subscribe button pops up. Hello there. Don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying the content. But of course, wheeling into the start there was never ideal. It certainly wasn't something I was looking to do. I think I just got a little bit aggressive with the right trigger. So here we go then, into the right-hand side, 6 miles of the second section. John McGuinness looking proud and strong on board the the Honda CBR 600 as we now go to the left-hand side. Close to the wall again as we almost bumped the helmet onto the shrubbery to the left-hand side of the screen. Now into the right. You can carry a lot of speed here, but you must be careful with the downshifts. If you try downshifting there whilst you're already in the lean angle, it's good night Vienna, so don't do it. But into the... Oh, that's a bit deep. That's a bit deep, but I tell you what, that kind of worked. We stayed with the second gear and we started to power it quite strong towards the latter stage of the corner there, and it seemed to work out. Of course, TCS is turned off for this particular category of bike, as we went a little bit deep into that previous corner. That will cost us time. We're still trending to be first out of the 10 riders competing in this section. Now into the Glen Helen will be cut. No, not enough speed. We might be dropping a position here. I don't feel very confident on this particular occasion. That wheelie has certainly dethroned my confidence, but into the right-hand side. Much better upon the exit there. You see how we didn't start slipping and sliding on the rear tyre. More traction will equal a better result as we bring on the acceleration out of those corners. So that's a pretty good positive for us so far. Everything's pretty in today's video, it seems, but into the long straight of the Kronkivody Straight. We'll bring on the power and we'll prepare ourselves to move right at the very last second. So here we are charging down into the right hand side. Very gentle as we just line it up nice and straight. We'll be able to brake into the right hand side here and get that beautiful entry going into the first apex and then back across to the second apex, which is the left part here. Pretty good. Got to be careful of the texture popping. Unfortunately, TT3 still has that issue, but of course it's not as bad as it once was, so we're moving in the right direction. But onto the brakes, we'll go for the left-hand side. Position the bike in the middle of the track and then turn it over. That was much better. Didn't feel as fast, but it looked cleaner. And I think sometimes that's all that really matters. Everything shouldn't really feel fast if you're in control. I think when things feel really fast, it means you're not in control and you're probably about to crash. Let's hope I don't jinx myself here. But into the difficult part. These are coming up now. I love this part. This is a great bit. Tackling it with confidence, maybe too much confidence. Oh no, we're good. We did get caught onto the pavement there, but thankfully we stayed on board both wheels. This is the touch and go moment. We sort of dip into the crevice of the corner there and we stay on board the bike. That was huge, but it certainly doesn't feel very comforting. It's not a nice occasion to be going into that corner, but here we are, a little bit deep again into that part. That has cost us time. Gotta fix that up for when we do the full race, because again we're going a little bit deep. This might not be an improvement, it certainly won't be as we did the standing start, but it's still good enough for the top spot by 6.5 seconds ahead of Dean Harrison on the Dow Kawasaki. Wow. Our maximum speed may have dropped, our average may have dropped, but we are 6 seconds clear from the competition on 100% AI skill difficulty. So I tell you what, guys, I think it's a damn good job, and honestly, if you guys enjoyed that one, then let's look forward to the third section, which is coming out very soon. So guys, thanks for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, very important, hit the subscribe button and like the video, because it does help the YouTube algorithm. But that's it from me, so I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.